I welcome you all to this today's topic. Today's topic is a road to cloud computing. So the objective of today's session is to understand the importance of cloud computing, right? So in our previous lectures, we have seen other computing techniques apart from cloud, right? Distributed computing techniques and various forms of distributed computing techniques like the grid, cluster, etc. Now, before we enter into cloud computing course, we will try to understand the importance of cloud with a simple example, right? So, please listen to this example carefully, friends. Just imagine there is a final year engineering student who has developed a website. Imagine that website contains complete information about cricket, right? You ask any information about any cricketer or any match, right? Come that information you will find in this website, and also this website contains information about live matches, means live scores is also available in this particular website. So imagine the student has developed this website. So what happened is the student has developed a website which is really good, which is uh, it is a to Z, what we say, complete information store of entire cricket. So what happened is this website, the student has shown it to his faculty member, and faculty has appreciated the student, and he suggested the student, why don't you deploy this website, right? If you deploy this website by taking some domain name, you can even earn money, right, through ads which are which will be floated in your website. So student got excited. So what student has done is student has bought a domain name and he deployed his website in his own laptop. So what student has done is student has deployed the website in his own laptop. This is an important point to be noted, friends. So what student has done is student has deployed the website in his laptop. Let us assume the configuration of the laptop is 8 GB RAM, some 2.4 GHz of processor, maybe i3 or i5 processor. So a basic laptop, and in this laptop the website got deployed. Now what happened is, once the website got deployed, every day the student, the website was getting some 50 to 100 hits, right? 50 to 100 hits. And this particular website developer, the so-called student, he is also earning some amount of money. He is earning some amount of money. He is earning some amount of money through ads. Right? You know very well that it is a website, and when people visit the website, we call it as hit. And since there are some ads which are being floated in that website, depending upon the number of hits, the ad vendors or the advertising agencies will pay the website owner. So by virtue of this 50 to 100 hits, the student is able to get some amount of money. He is making some decent amount of money. Now, as of now, things seems to be pretty much clear, and as of now, we feel like there is no issue, right? Everything is fine. The website got deployed, and the student is able to get the money. Also, some revenue is being generated out of ads. So this is the current situation. Now, friends, one thing is very clear: if the number of hits increase, automatically his revenue will increase. So the amount he is going to earn will also increase. So there is a it's directly proportional. So if the hits increases, his revenue will increase. So obviously this website owner or the student who developed this website will want the number of hits to increase. And I told you in the beginning of this example, this website also has got live scores facility. So friends, what happened is, during World Cup, now just imagine World Cup came. World Cup is scheduled for 1 month, and during World Cup obviously the number of hits will be increasing, right? There you will see a huge spike in the number of hits. So just imagine friends, what will happen, if there are 1 lakh hits. If 1 lakh people simultaneously visit this website, we call it as 1 lakh hits. If 1 lakh hits are requests made to this website, which is running in a laptop with some minimum configuration, just imagine what will happen to this particular website. It will literally go down, right? This laptop cannot handle this much of load. So please try to understand. So if 1 lakh hits are found, it is a good sign. Actually the student is maybe expecting that he will make good amount of money because of number of hits, but what actually happened is this entire website got collapsed. Server is down because server itself is a normal laptop with ordinary configuration. So this is down because of huge number of hits, huge spike in the number of hits. So this was a problem. Now what the student will do? Please think what a student will do, right? So what he just want to come out of this situation, right? He will be very happy to handle these many hits, and he will be very happy, and he wish to earn more amount of money when there are more number of hits. So just imagine, this is what the student has faced, right? This problem student has faced, and he realized that his laptop is not sufficient to handle maximum number of hits. So he also realized that the computational requirements of the request will increase, and the computational capacity of his laptop will not increase, or the computational capacity of the laptop is limited. So what this student has done, please try to understand this example carefully. What the student has done is, I'll erase this, I'll try to I'll erase here, I'll show you the alternate solution, right? For your convenience, I am writing it in different color. Solution 1. So what this student has done is, he has calculated, right? He took the help of his faculty members and he has calculated, like what, how much RAM I need if I see 1 lakh hits, right? How much processing speed I need, how much internet bandwidth I need, how much storage capacity I need. All these calculations were done by the student. So what he has done, he has calculated the computational requirements. He has calculated computational requirements for maximum number of hits. Let us say 1 lakh is a maximum number, let us assume. Now what he has done, to handle 1 lakh hits at a time, how much RAM is needed, how much computing power is needed, how much internet bandwidth is needed, that calculation is done. Now what he has done, second step, he procured the infrastructure. He has procured the required infra, right? So what the student has done is, he has identified what could be the maximum amount of computational requirement he can expect, right? And then what he has done, he has procured that infrastructure. Now what the student has done is, instead of running the show from his laptop, or instead of deploying the website in his laptop, rather he deployed it in some set of computers which he has actually procured. So now instead of one machine, now the things will change, my dear friends. So this was previous what we say diagram, where only one laptop was used. Now what the student has done is he has bought many computers. Now it's a normal distributed computing facility. Something like this. He has bought some multiple computers connected in a network, distributed computing facility. Now the website is running in this distributed computing framework or in this distributed computing facility. Now he has procured and he has increased the computational power of the website. So the website is running in a distributed environment. Now friends, he is ready. Now he is in a position to handle the next World Cup. So please imagine, again after 3 years or after 1 year, whatever may be the duration, the World Cup came again. Now what will happen? Right? He is prepared. He has enough infrastructure. Now during this World Cup, which will be scheduled for 1 month, our website developer will get maximum hits, and his computing infrastructure is prepared for those maximum hits. He will get the maximum benefit. So there is no question of server going down, all those things. So he will earn or he will get good amount of money during that 1 month period of time where World Cup got scheduled. So now when compared to previous situation when he was not able to make any money, and in fact his website was down because of huge amount of load, right? So with this alternate approach, he has actually successfully solved that problem. With this alternate approach, he actually solved the problem, right? But do you think this is the best option? Do you think this is the best option? Please think. For 1 month, this infrastructure is useful. But once the World Cup is completed, once the World Cup is over, then how many hits he will expect every day? Only 50 to 100 as usual. For 50 to 100 hits, his laptop was more than enough. Then what he will be doing with this infrastructure? So till the next World Cup, this infrastructure will not be utilized. And just imagine if this fellow is using 30 or 40 computers in this distributed network, he needs some space. So he has to lease some space, buy the infra, right? You need some employees because you have around 30-40 computers connected in a network. You need employees, and maintenance cost will be there, rent, ACs, etc. These are the 4 important points. Now during World Cup, this entire computing facility is under use. So he will not have any regrets in paying the rent. He will buy the infra, he will recruit employees, he will pay salaries to employees. Day-to-day maintenance cost will also be will not create any problem because he is earning. But just imagine once the World Cup is completed, what will happen? Once the World Cup is completed, next day onwards again he will expect 50 to 100 hits only, not more than that. So his laptop was enough. He don't really need this much amount of computing facility. So again next World Cup, again this much computing facility is needed. Means again after 3 years, next World Cup we need this infrastructure. So meanwhile for the next 3 years, this fellow has to maintain this infrastructure. Don't you think it is painful for the website owner? He will think, why should I pay them unnecessarily? Why should I pay them salaries? Unnecessarily, why should I pay rent to my office? Unnecessarily, why should I invest on the maintenance cost? So for remaining 3 years or for the next, till the next World Cup is scheduled, so till next 3 years, he is going to spend a lot of money on unnecessary maintenance, which is painful for a website developer. So you understood the problem, friends? So if I maintain the infrastructure, this is the problem. I buy it but I use it only for 1 month. and remaining time I need to do unnecessary maintenance. If I don't buy, if I run the show from my laptop during World Cup time, which is the crucial business time for me, my website will go down because of overloading. So this seems to be a solution to the problem. Instead of running the website in laptop, this seems to be a better option, because at least during World Cup time my website will not go down. But what about the computing infrastructure when there is no World Cup? So this will be underutilized, right? I don't need this much infrastructure. So you understood what exactly is the problem here? So the solution, the better solution to this problem is cloud, right? So we will not exactly learn cloud today in this example. We will just try to understand what cloud is going to offer you. So I hope this solution, you understood this solution, and you also understood the limitation in this solution. So what cloud is going to offer, that we will see now. So solution 1 seems to be a better solution when compared to running entire application from single machine. Now solution 2, which is cloud. What is cloud? So how cloud is going to address your problem? So what is cloud means, there are certain cloud service providers in the market. We are not going to understand cloud now in this class. Please try to understand that. Objective of today's class is not to teach you or not to explain you cloud, right? Just to give some basic introduction and an example so that you understand importance of cloud. So what exactly happens with cloud solution is, there are some cloud service providers in the market. So there are some cloud service providers. Now what these cloud service providers will do is, they will say, boss, we have unlimited infrastructure. We have unlimited RAM, unlimited of internet bandwidth, unlimited processing speed, whatever computational requirements you have, we have unlimited computational facility. And we will give you this unlimited computational facility on rent basis, pay and use model. How much you use, for that much amount of computational facility we will charge you. So please observe this. What happens in a cloud solution is, I will run my application. See, I will run my website from my laptop only. My website is deployed in the laptop only, right? Because every day I get 50 to 100 hits only, my laptop can handle. Just imagine, friends, what happens when there is a World Cup. So I see, I'll see lot of spikes or huge amount of increase in number of hits only during World Cup. How many days the World Cup will be there? It will be there only for 30 days, maybe 1 month or 2 months, like that. So whenever there is a World Cup, what I'll do is, I will approach this cloud service provider. Step 1. I'll ask this cloud service provider, please deploy my website in your cloud. So what cloud service provider does is, cloud service provider will deploy my website in the cloud. Cloud is a facility wherein enough infrastructure is available. So what will happen is, now my application is deployed in the cloud. End users are not aware of all these things. As long as they type domain name, they are going to access the website. So what will happen is, when World Cup has started, when people hit my website, now during World Cup time, my website is not running in the laptop, friends. It is running in a cloud facility. Now today, for example, day 1, there was a match between two countries, right? There were 5,000 hits. For 5,000 hits, how much computing facility is needed? That much amount of computing facility will be given for my website. and next day there were 10,000 hits. For 10,000 hits, appropriate amount of computing facility is given. One day there were 1 lakh hits. For 1 lakh hits, how much computing facility is needed? That much will be given. So at the end of the World Cup, let us say at the end of the World Cup, means after 1 month, right? I'll say, boss, World Cup is completed. I don't want your cloud services anymore. So please give my website. You remove my website from your cloud, right? So after World Cup, my website will be removed from the cloud. So again website will be running from the laptop. So during World Cup time, entire website is in the cloud and cloud service provider is responsible for providing the required amount of computational infrastructure. This is the point, right? So at the end of the World Cup, my website will be removed from the cloud. I run the show from my laptop. Now what this cloud service provider will do is he will give me a bill, just like the electricity bill which we will get based on our consumption units, we get the bill. Similarly, based on my resource consumption, I will get the bill. So now please try to understand the beauty of cloud. You need not buy infrastructure, you need not recruit people, you need not lease any office space. So there is no capital expenditure, there is no operational expenditure, right? I just wanted to introduce two important words, CapEx and OPEX. CapEx stands for capital expenditure, OPEX stands for operational expenditure. So if I want to buy any infrastructure, that initial investment is called as capital expenditure, and whatever maintenance cost will be incurred, that is called as operational expenditure. Means my day-to-day expenses, salaries, electricity bill, etc., etc. So without having any CapEx and OPEX, I can straight away launch my application. So I run my application in my website, I deploy it in my website. When I feel like my laptop is not enough, my website is running in my laptop, when I feel my laptop can't handle the number of hits, I migrate to cloud. Like in this example, during World Cup, my website will be deployed in the cloud. After World Cup, again I will take it back. So for that 1 month or 2 months during World Cup time, my website was being hosted by cloud service provider. He will see that required amount of computing facility is given to my website, so that my website is never going to be down, and accordingly I will be billed. So the bill which I get after World Cup is very nominal when compared to setting up my own computing facility, which will be in turn underutilized. So I hope you understood the flavor of cloud now, right? So no capital expenditure, no operational expenditure. You straight away deploy your application in the cloud, and parallelly you will also earn money. From that money you can pay the nominal bill which will be generated at the end of the World Cup. So solution 1 we have seen, friends. When compared to solution 1, you might have understood how beautiful solution the cloud has given to you. So this is what is the beauty of something called as cloud computing. In detail, we will understand cloud computing in our future classes. As of now, example to understand the importance of cloud. We have seen this example. I think we will wind up now, and in the next class we will see one more important topic, which is actually responsible for emergence of cloud, means evolution of cloud. So that example we will see in our next class. Thank you, friends.